guys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
Okay.
Guys, predictable, boring.
Bad boys for sure.
If we came out like this, they would be mad.
Give me exactly what I want. Like he's telling me no.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm gonna go chase.
All they see is nice is weak. All they see is abuse is power.
When a woman says that a man doesn't believe in peace, it's because she doesn't know how to be peace.
That's boring to them. They want a nigga that only wants to crack.
It's nothing wrong with a regular guy like Russell Wilson. I consider him a regular guy.
Sierra don't even look that good. You could get somebody way finer and more valuable. And that's why they're mad. Because Russell's doing what he's supposed to do as a man, and most of them don't know how to be real men.
Women, the reason that they go for bad boys is because we are programmed to want protectors, choose good offspring and be strong and protect us, shield us. Bad boys are usually narcissists. Narcissists are so good at mimicking strong men. We're fooled, we think they're strong men when they're absolutely not. And that's why young women go for narcissistic bad boys until we grow up and we realize that they are not the real.
How old are you?
26, 24, 25.
Do you find nice guys or bad boys more attractive?
All bad boys for sure.
Bad boys. Bad boys all the way.
So why not go for the nice guy?
Boring.
They're not confident enough.
They're insecure. They're insecure.
Yes, ma'am.
Insecure in like what ways? Where the bad boy isn't?
Like if we came out like this, they would be mad.
Well, actually,
She belongs to the street.
They would get like scared. They would question it.
Yeah.
What do you think a nice guy would say about how you're dressed?
Why are you going out like this?
Yeah.
Like
Put a t-shirt on.
yeah. That we shouldn't. That we shouldn't.
But why would a man want his girl to flaunt it to the world?
He should feel grateful that he has a bad. Yeah. She has a bad. Hell yeah, show her off.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to come out damn near in a bikini, it should be cool.
Why would we come out in a bikini?
Not a bikini, but some sexy. Hey, if you date a bad, you're gonna date a bad. Period. Like you know what you signed up for, you know?
Yeah. Women, we like the bad boy. Like I feel like we like to torture ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if he's fun and he's sexy and he's kind of not giving me exactly what I want, like he's telling me no, like that's where I'm gonna go chase.
Isn't crazy?
But the person who literally gives you princess treatment and barely lets your feet touch the ground and it's just so super sweet, it's kind of like,
Chivalry is dead, and women killed it.
you're so nice.
Oh,
Thank
I know.
you. It's
I
so
know.
cute.
I don't understand why everybody feels bad for Sky Jackson. And if you don't know, she's now pregnant by this guy right here, who is a street dude. Been locked up, has 3 other baby mamas, is in a gang. He's thugging. People feel bad for her when she been knew this. She knew all this way before she got pregnant.
You can't rescue nobody from their bad decisions. They go in knowing everything they need to know about the situation and still make that decision. Like I say, women don't like good guys. It's not until they had their fun, they dealt with a bad guy or 10 bad guys, will they entertain a good guy. After they have a kid or two by ain't shit ass dude, now they're ready for you to come in, be responsible financially for their child, but have zero authority over them or their child. So that man already has 3 baby mamas. So you telling me you willingly became his 4th baby mama? And not only that, he put his hands on her. This society try to treat women like children. Why you feeling bad for somebody who's consciously making these decisions and excuses for a man who's living this kind of lifestyle? When he put his hands on her, she make excuses. And she must be okay with the kind of lifestyle he's currently living because she's with him and about to have his child. She's giving that man the highest honor she can give him. She's about to reproduce another him. Well, she's going to be the 4th woman, baby mama 4, to do it.
Certain songs came out. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. This is what's happened. Men have been conditioned. You ladies conditioned us very well. It was great training. I'll tell you this. I was conditioned so well when I went to go date outside of the West, my armor was up. Seriously, I had blockers up. So that gave me the armor I needed. Also, what happens is guys are younger. They're conditioned at a young age. So the good guy, right, you guys already know, turns into the bad guy, not even trying to be. Because as a man, you have to keep your armor up. You know when they say, I don't like nonchalant man, right? But you do like them. That's why you're all going for them. Oh, when you have a baby or when you bump into a certain scenario, then the nice guy's okay. So many men nowadays are saying, I think not.
Women would rather be with an abusive guy than a nice guy, and here's why. Women don't have the capacity to discern the difference between nice and good or abuse and bad. All they see is nice is weak. All they see is abuse is power. And what are they drawn to? They're drawn to dominance. They're drawn to power. They're drawn to a man that keeps them in line. And that is why you'll see women in abusive relationships, which I'm not, endorsing, but they'll be with them for a decade in an abusive relationship over the nice guy. Why? It's addicting. It's interesting. They're kept in line. They're put at ease because somebody else is in charge.
Good guys or bad boys?
Yeah, bad boys.
Bad boys? Okay. First question. Good guys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
Okay. Good guys, predictable, boring.
When women present to me on paper, right, he's everything. He's good looking, he treats me well, comes from a good family, he's kind, he's generous, he has a good job. What the is missing? Pick the fucking guy. You guys are crazy. What do you want? You want him to abuse you?
Settle?
You want him to treat you like
Been in
there's
a toxic
something about
relationship.
women. You guys want a guy who's kind of got a rough edge to him. You guys want a guy who kind of treats you like a I think there's something there when women can say, on paper, he's everything. Pick the fucking guy then. What is missing? Tell me.
Compatibility.
Stop the cap.
Compatibility. You want the jerk. You want the bad boy. You want the guy with a bit of edge. That's dysfunction. Just saying.
Brian. Oh, Brian. Brian was frustrated. You saw that look in his eye. He was like, He goes through a list. This is very important. He goes through a list a mile long. If the guy's good looking, if he's got a good job, he's got all the things. First sentence out of their mouths is, you want me to settle? Because all of those things somehow weren't enough, right? The list a mile. The guy has really everything. Brian presented a guy who has it all, right? He's just, you know what's missing? And then he asks, what's missing? I'll tell you, Brian, what's missing. He's a doormat. The guy who has it all, but is just doing everything for her left and right and putting it all front and center, babe, you're my world. That guy doesn't interest them. When these girls get these guys that have everything, but they're doormats, they kick them, they wreck them. They're eyeing your energy. And the energy is he a doormat or is he a guy who will put me in my place when I deserve it? And women love a man who will put her in her place when she deserves it. When she's out of hand, a nag.
Yeah, and that's all men have. Nothing, right? That's what it came to. And you ladies shame the good guys now. Why? Guys go overseas and this passport bros, they want to get a girl that's easy. Why wouldn't he? Why would he want to deal with someone that's a headache? The woman that dealt with all the bad guys and try to come to the nice guys when they're married. Let me tell you guys what's happened. Getting your passport and going overseas is the great equalizer. It is. You know the equalizer, Denzel Washington, when he's killing everybody? That's how it is with the passport. It's killing all the modern women, but not killing them to where, they're going to change, killing them to where they're humbled, right? That's what happened 2 years ago when guys were flying across these waters and showing their travels. And that was something I've been doing because I've been knew this was the way. I mean, look at all of these ladies. I can show you video after video after video, and it's still happening. That's why I like the Desirable Truth, because he gets interviews and he shows how modern women are still thinking to this day. Till this day, they are still thinking the same way. Why would any man want to deal with that? It's crazy.
How old are you?
27.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I just haven't found the right person.
But what makes a man the right person to you?
I guess just someone who's like honest, nice, considerate.
Do you think that being single at 27 as a woman is a red flag?
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? 女, which means leftover women.
It depends. I don't know. Everyone's different.
In your case,
No.
why wouldn't that be a red flag to all the men watching?
I don't know. I'm just still figuring out my life and what I want to do with it. I don't think relationships are the most important thing in life. Yes, they are important, but I also think it's important to figure out yourself first before you bring someone else into your life.
Do you see yourself getting married one day?
Yeah, definitely.
But you're 27 now. So what's the latest you'd want to get married?
Married. It just depends on my life and where it goes. I mean, people get married at every age, so there's really no number for me. It's just when it feels right and it's the right person.
So you don't care if you were 50 or if you're 29?
No.
That's what today's society put in their heads. You are young. Get married, have your children. She's going to keep working, grinding. I'm a boss, babe, until she gets old and ride it out. And then, where did all the good guys go? The same thing. So you have it where they're playing the streets, hit the wall. Not getting a man, working, hit the wall. Kind of the same thing. Why? Because as they're playing the streets, they're still dealing with the bad boys. That's why they say nice guys finish last. But the way it turned out now, nice guys are gone. Because men, this is why. This is the main reason why so many men are done. Either they're confused. Well, both of them confused. Oh, I need to get this money. And then go crazy when they realize there's no jobs around nowadays. Or got a job and then still don't got no man. Got all the money in the world. I showed it yesterday. Girl, oh, I'm 24. I got this. I got that. I got this. I got that. What about a husband? What about some kids? That's what matters. That's what really matters. That's high value, right? When a lady takes pride in those things, that's what matters.
Women will deny this, but I promise you the reason that they inherently pick toxic men is because they do not know how to just sit in peace. When a woman says that a man doesn't believe in peace, it's because she doesn't know how to be peace. These are likely the same types of women that will say, if I'm too much, go find less, and it's because she absolutely is too much. Women will always pick a toxic man over a healthy relationship because a toxic relationship gets her so much more attention than a healthy relationship. In fact, she gets to play victim, she gets to deflect blame, and she also never has to look in the mirror for ever being the problem. It's no wonder that women will always say that men can change for the right woman. If that's true, then why is it that as soon as a man doesn't change for her, she's in denial about ever being the right person to begin with? When the relationship is good, all of a sudden men can change, but if the relationship goes south, then all of a sudden men can't change and they're pieces of they're narcissistic. And women will always deny this, but they love the inconsistency of a toxic man. They love the nonchalant attitude. They love the highs and lows of, inconsistent communication. Because without it, they don't actually know who they are as a person. This is why they watch all the drama TV shows. This is why they have drama with their friends. This is why they have drama in the workplace. Most women have zero drama in their lives. They're always going to thrive off some kind of drama, and the only way to create that is by dating a toxic man. This is also why women will deny that a man can change, because a man changing means that she would actually have to look in the mirror for the type of chaos and problems that she's creating herself, and she can no longer deflect blame, and she'd actually have to take accountability. Let's be so for real. The other reason why women love toxic men is because they want to be the woman that can change him. Even though deep down she knows damn well she's not going to be the one to change him. It's going to be some random girl down the street that he eventually leaves her for. The crazy part about all of this is women will deny the fact that men can change rather than admitting to themselves that they were the wrong woman to begin with. Like I said, if women truly believe that men can change for the right woman and that man doesn't change for her, then that means that she's not the one. And that's harder to admit than actually admitting that men can change. Okay, bye.
They don't really want a nigga with good intentions. They don't want a nigga with pure intentions. That's boring to them. They want a nigga that only wants to crack. They want a nigga that only wants to hit, bro. Because like I done been around girls that be like, oh, I gotta see if your intentions pure, or you just want to do this, you just want to do that. Whole time that's not even my intentions. But then they go on their story and post some wild, like they go on Halloween like today and have their ass out. But then be like, oh, I got pure intentions. I don't be outside. I don't be doing nothing. Yes, you do. You're the one with the bad intentions, gang. Like, I'm tired of this pure intentions, bro. I mean, this bad intentions. You got bad intentions. That's why you're trying to infiltrate what you want to do onto me. Like, you saying I want to do all this bad stuff. Whole time, my intention is to love your ass. And your ass want to, you get what I'm saying? Like, that should be annoying. I just thought about that. But, yeah.
Yeah, so, as you see, all across the board, when they're going through it. And he's a regular dude. Regular dude. Doesn't come off too nice, right? But he's not gonna come out his mouth and start calling you, right? And calling you out your name for what? He has nothing to prove. I'll tell you the truth. I was that nonchalant guy at one time. I had to be. But a lot of men don't want to take that on. They don't want to play the mind games. They don't want to play around and test and push and pull. They'd rather just not deal. That's what's happening now. That's the point we came to. But you'll see ladies go through the trauma, and then some learn early, but they're pushing, they're getting close to around 30, that epiphany stage. Here's how it looks.
Why do nice guys finish last?
I think a lot of girls like the toxicity and like excitement of like I don't know, a guy who maybe treats them bad, but I think we've both moved past that.
We've both already went through that,
Yeah.
and it's kind of just like you grow up and you get tired of that.
You want to date a bad boy or a nice guy?
A nice guy. I'm done. No, bring me all the nice guys. Find me, please. I'm out on bad boys. Not about that life.
Well, why'd you stop going for the bad boys now at 29?
I'm 29, babe. Like, we're done. All about the good life, the soft life. I want to live well. Out on anything that causes me stress.
But why were you chasing that at 22 and 23?
Well, you're 22, 23. You don't know what the heck you're doing. You're just like, you think it's exciting, and it's like you realize after it's not actually exciting at all.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're like, all right, I'm out. I'm out on this.
Did you feel like back then a bad boy would be more able to protect you too, as opposed to a nice guy?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, I think back then you think it's exciting, and you think that you don't know what you want at that age, first of all. You don't know yourself well enough. Now you do. Now I'm like, all those guys, bye. No, I'm out.
I'm gonna tell you why some of them are attracted to thugs, what I believe. It's been said and it's true. Just because you watch Japanese animation and play video games and watch Star Trek doesn't make you a full-on nerd. It doesn't make you good. It doesn't make you interesting. It doesn't make you have sex appeal. It's nothing wrong with a regular guy like Russell Wilson. I consider him a regular guy. He plays football. He's a regular guy. He's built. He looks cute. He's a provider. There's nothing lame about him. He's a regular. He's not a nerd and he's not a thug. He's a regular everyday man. Why do people act like that can't exist?
Wait a minute. He's not a regular everyday man. He's a millionaire. And he got with Ciara after she took care of his baby with someone else. He's a millionaire simp. See, ladies don't feel that way, but that's what he is. But let me let her continue.
There is a such thing as the middle. You don't have to be a nerd, a lame, and you don't have to be a thug. You can be a regular everyday person. You can fit in with either one, which I think I can do as well. I grew up around the hood and I grew up in a diverse area. I can get along any area with anyone.
That carousel.
So if people are trying to understand why some of these younger women and older women are attracted to what's considered thuggish black men, well, think about it. Now, I'm not trying to hurt feelings. What does the black man have to show his power? She doesn't see anything besides maybe his physical prowess, or if he's selling drugs. Think about it. Now, first of all, let me say this. I don't date thugs. Number one, I don't date men who've gone to prison. It's not attractive. I don't know who you was sleeping with or who slept with you in there. You can't get a job half the time when you get out. It's just not smart for any woman to date men from prison. It just isn't. And if he's been there multiple times, that speaks volumes. I don't support dating jailbirds and thugs.
Well, to be honest, I believe you. Why do I believe her? She said she's been around the hood. She said she doesn't like thugs. I believe her. Why? She's been through it. Like, come on now. What are you now? Around 35, 33? Are you married? You would have said it if you are. But you said you don't like thugs. That means you're most likely still dating. So you're a victim that a man doesn't want. Let's continue.
So Ciara was recently on The Breakfast Club, and she was asked how she felt about men who were coming for her husband and calling him a simp and a lame and all those things. Her answer was very classy and unbothered, but let's jump into some intergenerational trauma studies. The backlash against Russell was never about his marriage and more about what Russell himself represents. He disrupts the narrative of what masculinity is, right? In society and even hip-hop culture, masculinity is considered dominance, control, and emotional detachment. But what Russell Wilson has decided to do was incorporate devotion and vulnerability, in addition to being successful and wealthy. all of the masculine things, right? But he challenges that narrative, and that's why a lot of them are being stirred up with this resentment, because they're seeing someone, particularly a black woman, be loved in a way that their mother wasn't.
Back to that shame. You know it's not that. What's happening, I showed the evidence through the entire video. What men are talking about is ladies saying, "Oh, the bad boy." Shouts out to the desirable truth. Why do you want a bad boy? What do you want, a good guy or a bad boy? Bad boy. Like, I say that, shout out to him, right? Because ladies all the time, oh, that's what you see on the internet. That's what they love to say. That's what you see on the internet. But when people are getting interviews, when people are drunk going outside, what are they doing? They're telling the truth. So they have that truth serum in them, right? Because they're hanging out with their friends. What do they call it? Pre-gaming, right? You can tell, or they left the club, because that's the hours he operates. So he catches them truth serumed out, ready to tell all. And they are very honest. You can tell, and that alcoholic spitting from their mouth, they're not hiding anything. So we see this. We see ladies in rare form get on the internet every day and tell men the truth. And this is the main reason so many men are done, because we've all seen the truth. We all saw the truth. Now, guys talking about Russell Wilson. Like, bro, you're taking care of I want a bad boy. That's Ciara. I want a bad boy. Like you ladies, Epiphany. Other lady, chubby, fat, definitely Epiphany. Epiphany smacked in the face. She got hit in the face by the brick lady with Epiphany. Boo!
Russell Wilson is being called a simp for saying he's scared to lose his wife, Ciara. And guess who's mad? Black men. This is what one of them had to say. Typical simp behavior. You're a highly paid football star. B's gonna be lined up to F with you. Sierra don't even look that good. You could get somebody way finer and more valuable. She should be afraid of losing you. She's a washed up R&B singer. I doubt she could pull anybody in your caliber. They are literally saying this because he's with a black woman. If he was with any other race of woman, they wouldn't be saying stuff like this. Deep down, men want to be Russell Wilson. It's just easier being Future. And that's why they're mad. Because Russell's doing what he's supposed to do as a man, and most of them don't know how to be real men.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP, Sim!
No, Russell Wilson is Jodeci, right? I'll cry for you. Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby. Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby. And you know what Future is? Yeah, it's toxic. I want to say this too. I don't believe guys should follow toxic things. But he's saying put in tricks, mouth fin, dick, right? He's that. You guys know what I'm saying. Hoes and tricks, right? That's Future. It's negative. It is very negative. But you ladies turned it into that purple hair. Look at you. You want the simp. That's your dream, Sierra. Sierra made the fairy tale dream true. She made ladies believe. But how did she make you believe when she's an R&B singer? R&B singers have, different people at their disposal. Like, for instance, Megan Thee Stallion just got Klay Thompson, but that's Megan Thee Stallion. Don't have hopes looking at Sierra. Like, a lot of y'all are gonna be disappointed, seriously, and upset, and going to your 40s, lonely and single, trying to be like Sierra and trying to be like Megan Thee Stallion.
Has humiliated and belittled and demasculated him on social media, and a lot of you are shocked. Why? The majority of relationships in the West now are exactly this. Western men have become simps and beta males, and on regular daily basis allow their wives and girlfriends humiliate them all the time. Talk to them all the time, talk on social media and behind their back.
I don't think these narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat. 34 years old. I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out, but we didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34 and broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use that as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
No. See, what this guy just did, right? Say I'm a comedian and I'm dealing with a modern woman, right, in the West. And you said you were doing MTV comedy shows. No, you didn't just say that. Do you know what a girl sees if you're doing, doesn't matter your money, if you're doing MTV comedy shows? She sees I'm staying with this man for a reason. Perfect thing for a gold digger to do. Bro, you did not make it look better. Hold up. He thought it was going to go some other way by explaining this, right? That'll fool your comedy audience. But it's not going to fool guys that grew up to, right? It's not gonna fool me, bro. Stop it. Because you're embarrassed. And you think it's gonna go some other way, but it's not. It's gonna go the way it's going now. I feel like you guys remember Low Deluxe. I know you guys probably didn't watch battle rap. I used to, but when Low Deluxe used to say, "You gonna get this work."
You gonna get this work. You gonna get this work.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. You gonna get this work. That's why so many people are dragging you all across the internet, right? Because, bro, why are you allowing this? Like, seriously, look, I'm not one that believes in violence, but what she's doing, you should be in jail. That's not okay, right? That's not okay, but still, where's the respect? She even challenged you. She says it to your face. Yeah, you're not like alpha type guy. She said it. You're soft. She knows you're a pudding pop. Bro, you got one of those girls and she's your wife. Somebody walk up on your wife and smack her right in the butt. She gonna like it. Seriously. If a guy sees your wife in the street, he walk up to her, bah! She may turn around and kiss him in the mouth. Right? Ain't that crazy? He can't get his wife to kiss him in the mouth. The guy that sees in the street and disrespects her, she gonna turn around and give. I love you, man.
You said, come on, that's the way I like it.
You be like, man, and you'll be there, like, say you come out the store, it was like, I can't believe she gave him all that passion. She finally met a man. That's why she popped her for those guys in the frat houses, right? Because they treated her like a ain't. But while you singing, I'll cry for you, baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, baby. That's you. Too much Jodeci.
Not saving them. They want a good man when it's too late. Guys, there's nothing wrong with being a good man. And don't get it confused with being a nice guy. See, the nice guy is just an ignorant fool, typically. The good man is a dangerous man. A good man is a man that's accomplished and he knows where he's at in life, where he wants to go, and his goals are just paramount to him. His mission is key. That's a beautiful thing. A man in that zone is indestructible. Indestructible up until that walking piece of guts comes up and plays you that little life story on a harp and tells you to save them, and you might fall for it. Bro, don't do that.
Hold the line. Stay with me.
So he's coming.